The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Joined your channel.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sports Insider. My name is Glenn Spillman, and I am your host. Happy Friday to everybody, and here we go, happy Beer 30. Yeah, I almost got a couple of beer companies coming on board to sponsor the show, a couple of local ones, and I can't wait. I tell them I drink their beer every week, but I can't talk about them because they're not sponsoring the show. But hey, if you guys want to follow the show, go to tunein.com, type in Armed Radio, and you will see a little yellow icon with headphones, and that is our station. You could listen to shows like every Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, you got Night Talk with Joe Rocks. Every Tuesday at 11, you got Rock Talk with Amy Chafalo. You've got What's the Story with Maria on Tuesday nights. For all you foodies out there, you got Rob Rosenthal's All You Could Eat. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All these are Eastern Times, I'm telling you. But for those of you who like the paranormal, Talk Live Paranormal with Shannon Griffin every Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern. If you guys want a good laugh, every single Friday before my show, you've got Pop Talk with Jim and Paul, and I guarantee you guys will be entertained, and I guarantee you guys will laugh. And if you want to see all of the show's lineups that the Armed Radio has got going on, what kind of proper English is that? And I haven't even started my beer yet, and I can't even speak English. Go to armedradioglobal.com, and you can go under the top bar. You can go under shows or artists and see all the shows and everything that's going on there. You want to follow us on Facebook, go to Facebook, type in Armed Radio, and you'll see the chick with the headphones and over 100,000 other people that are following the page. Follow us, talk to us, let us know what you want to hear, what you want to listen to. If you want to follow me on Facebook and chime in during the show, just go to Glenn Spillman, friend request me, and then during the show, you can just instant message me your questions, comments, concerns, whatever you want to talk about, as long as it has to do with sports, and we will do that. We got a good show for you tonight, folks. I've got John Charles that'll be coming on here, uno momento. I've got a special guest, Momo, that'll be on a little bit later, and maybe one other. This other person's playing a softball game right now, so maybe they will be done. And but first, before I get into guests, let's just go over to MLB and go over to some sports and go over some scores. I'm a little disappointed in my New York Yankees, man. They are losing to the Toronto Blue Jays 6-1. They were 96.5 chance to win favorites, and they are losing. On the other hand, Boston, the bottom of the sixth, the Boston Red Sox are beating the Angels 5-3. And one other notable game that I will talk about tonight, it's not started yet. It'll start 10 minutes after the show's over. And that is the Los Angeles Dodgers against the Arizona Diamondbacks. My hometown, L.A. So, one more. Antonio Brown says, no football without old helmet. I mean, a lot of these guys are just freaking babies, man. And, wide receiver Antonio Brown has told the Oakland Raiders he will not play football again unless he could wear his old helmet. Brown had a 2-hour conference call with an independent arbitrator on Friday today to argue why he should be allowed to wear his 10-year-old helmet. He is thought to have been using the same helmet his whole career. Now, I don't know if it's a comfort thing, if it's a sentimental thing, or what, but Brown wants to wear the helmet he prefers, not one of the newer model helmets that the league rules mandate, and Brown believes the new certified helmet protrudes out and interferes with his vision as he tries to catch the football. That's a good argument. I got to give him that. Still a little bit of a baby, though. I mean, if you're going to quit the football game, quit your career, and retire just because you can't wear a helmet, kind of a baby, if you ask me. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into some John Charles here. Hold on 1 second. Well, if he answers his damn phone, that is.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. John Charles, you're on Sports Insider. How you doing?
Pretty good, and yourself?
I'm doing all right. I didn't think you were going to answer your phone there for a second.
Oh, I didn't recognize your phone number that popped up.
Ah, maybe you ought to put that in. You got to put Mr. Awesome in there.
I know, right?
Yeah. So, how's everything going since the last time we spoke?
Oh, man, it's good to be me. What can I say?
Yeah. Well, first off, before we get into all that, let's talk about how Ron Imhoff or Imhoff or however you want to say his freaking name. I don't ever remember. Is it Imhoff or Imhoff?
I always say Imhoff, but I've heard him say Imhoff. Either way, he's fucking loser. So.
Yeah. He did not sign the contract.
No, he did not.
No, he did not. So I understand there were some bets on that were lost.
Yes, quite a bit. I actually bet the game quite a bit, but you know what? Like I've said before, these people that have followed Ron, they're like being led to slaughter, and I took pity on them. And a lot of all the bets that were made, they were manly bets, and the men offered to pay it, and I turned them down. Their payments.
Well, that was nice of you.
Well, it wasn't like I was needing the money, and honestly, it was more so, I told you so than anything.
Right.
Than the money.
Right. Was there any doubt in your mind that Ron wouldn't sign the contract?
I had hope that he would. He claimed false valor for so long, so I was hoping maybe, pretending to be a Marine somewhat rubbed off on him, but I guess not. I had hope because he keeps on talking about how he's this big badass and this great MMA fighter, and here I am, you've seen me on video obviously now, I'm a big boy, I'm a big farm boy, no training whatsoever, and he cowers away from me. What a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things that Mr. Imhoff have done in the past week that has kind of led me to believe that his crying lies and crying wolf and all this kind of stuff is wrong. And we had a personal conversation earlier this morning over instant message, and then one of the people that I was talking about in this certain situation, he sent them our conversation, and then this person got a hold of me. I mean, they weren't mad or anything like that, because I didn't say anything defaming. I basically said the truth. And so he kind of backstabbed me and burned a bridge with me from doing that. That's kind of a two-faced thing to do.
Ron did that?
Yeah, Ron did that.
No, that doesn't surprise me.
But, and also, too, and I know that he didn't fight you that day, and then, so let's talk about how you drove to him to fight him, and then we'll talk about that story. But first off, I want to congratulate you on being the new undisputed Midwest Legends champion. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Very humbling. I appreciate that a lot, especially following the page for the past 4 years, seeing, I'm off kind of fucking destroy that title, the legacy of Midwest. It was not what I set out to do, but I'll certainly take it.
Right. So let's walk through the story here from the beginning and tell our listeners, where did you drive to? How far were you away? And let's just kind of walk us through that story, because I know that you did it because you were on video most of the entire time, showing us landmarks where you were, proving where you were. So go ahead and walk us through that story.
If I recall right, the weekend prior, I want to say it was Saturday, I'd had enough. I think, what was that? The Saturday. Was that I don't know what date it was, but last Saturday, I believe that was when we were initially supposed to do the contract signing. Of course, he backed out.
Yeah, it was August 2nd.
Yep. And so I get on there and I say, okay, I will give you $1,500 if you beat me. If you lose, $500. Either way, you're walking away from money. I mean, you see him. He looks like a homeless hobo bum. Any fucking $20 would probably do him good.
Yeah, give him a couple of sacks of heroin.
Yeah, but I gave him till 8:00 that evening. I think I posted that at 8:30. Didn't hear anything back Sunday. I'm like, you know what? You're just a fucking bum. I went off on my little tirade, and said way more educational things that he could ever comprehend that I was saying. And he comes back with this video saying how he's gonna find me and he's gonna smack the glasses off my fat ass, and how I'm such a fat ass and can't do anything, and how he's just gonna whip me. And I think he posted it, I want to say around like 9, 10 o'clock at night, because I had to go to work at 7 in the morning, and I saw it, God, I was in my bed and everything like that, and it pissed me off, and I knew Tuesday I had off, and I made a video right then and there. It was probably the second note that...
You're cutting out.
Can you hear me now?
I could hear you now.
Okay, so I made the second most famous naked call-out video, only to be second by Alex Rosman. And I told him I knew that he was in Moline, Illinois. I knew that from a fact. And I told him that I would meet him at the banded Best Buy at 2 p.m. to fight him. And he agreed to it. He said, I'll show up, but you won't, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, it's done. It's deal. Now, Moline, Illinois, for me, is an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. It's about 90 miles.
Yep, around that ballpark. And so Tuesday came around, and I drove there. Throughout the whole morning, I did live videos saying, hell, I was telling people the route I was taking. Stopping by at places, stopping by to eat.
The pawn shop.
Where I was at. Yep. Pawn shop for Emma, I'm off. Everyone knew what I was doing and where I was. 2 o'clock came, and the only person that showed up was Kenny Wayne, who happened to be a very staunch supporter of Ron Imhoff. He was one of the guys that bet money. And we sat there 20 minutes. I want to say it was 20 minutes. It could have been a little bit less, but it was still within the time frame, because I told Ron he had until like 2:03 to get there. And 2:03 came, no Ron, no cops, no bullshit like Ron later came out and said. He came out with this video saying that was already taped by some, Wangsta-looking motherfucker, that they were in Moline driving by and they couldn't find me and all this other bullshit. And as you could see, I think you were watching it live, Glenn.
Yeah.
There was two people at the same time. He tried saying that he could see Kenny, but not me. Well, if you watch the video first, I was the first one there. I was there before Kenny.
Yeah.
So it was then determined that Ron was a coward, and by Midwest Legends protocol, I believe, the admins then declared me the victor and awarded me the Midwest Legends Championship.
There you go.
And I took away his most prized possession.
Now, with all that said, and he did the videos, plural, that he does a lot of them in complete darkness. I don't know why.
Have you seen his fucking mouth? Good God,
yeah.
He looks like a fucking vampire or some shit.
He never proved on that one when he was supposed to go fight. Was it Mooseman?
Or were you talking about Corey Hall?
Oh, Corey Hall, yeah, in Detroit. And he never proved where he was. He never did any landmarks.
Oh, and remember, he posted a photo that was taken a year prior of him being in Detroit.
Yeah, and it was a photoshopped. Well, it wasn't photoshopped. It was a photo.
No, it was the actual photo of him in Detroit, but it was taken a year prior.
Right, but he photoshopped it to look like a different car. And because it still had the same people in the background and whatnot. And he never did any video. He claims that his phone wasn't working, that his video phone wasn't working. I don't know what kind of phone he has. But then, not even a couple hours after that, he goes live. And I did see a video of him apologizing and saying, "I'm sorry" to you. And he said that he's a man of his word and all this kind of stuff. But, and then when he was supposedly in Moline, is that how I say it, Moline?
Yeah, that's correct.
Moline. The guy, his quote-unquote goon, was in some kind of vehicle. They didn't show any landmarks. I mean, you turned the phone all the way around 360 degrees. I saw the abandoned Best Buy. I saw the shape of the building. It was a classic Best Buy building. I saw Kenny Wayne. That was Kenny Wayne holding the other phone, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw you. And again, you proved where you were. Ron did not prove where he was. So do you think that he was in Moline, or was he somewhere else? Or was he just maybe somewhere watching you?
All right. So I'm driving through a bad area. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. He isn't... do I think he drove by? Very possible. But I do know for a fact that he didn't show up. And that's what it boils down to. He was a coward. He could have fucking taken me on. He could have knocked my glasses off my fat ass, but he didn't want to. Because he was too fucking pussy. He never intended to.
Right.
He was hoping and praying that I wouldn't show up. Going back to like a couple nights prior to before this happened, and him apologizing to me. What a fucking coward.
So why do you think he did that?
To get me off his ass.
Now, going into this potential fight, did you have a strategy? Say he did show up. Did you have a strategy on how you were going to fight him?
That him being, yes, he's older and everything, but he's obviously way smaller than me. I got 150 pounds on him. That he would have the speed advantage. I fully anticipated him getting in more punches than me. But my main goal was to be stand up. One, he would probably get 5 or 6 before I get that one. I got that one, he would go down and I'd get on top of him, but he'd never get up until I let him up. That was my goal.
Okay.
You know, my sensei Mooseman, Al, wanted me to hook the leg bar on him, but I just wanted to beat the ever living shit out of him.
Yeah, I don't blame you. There's a lot of people that want to fight Ron, but Ron, during the...
You notice, I gotta say, and I don't mean to fucking be rude or, show all the attention. But notice how everyone wants him after what I did to him.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I mean, he goes on these and he does the whole, well, you know who this is. This is the bad boy, a.k.a. the Tank.
No, he ain't the bad boy anymore. I'm the bad boy.
Yeah. No, he's the sad boy,
Yeah, he's the sad boy.
The
fag boy. The fag boy, obviously. You've seen the picture.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I've seen the picture.
I mean, wow. I mean, I heard Ron was into crazy shit, but good God, that takes a fucking cake.
Yeah, and then he comes back with these childish comebacks that you would see in high school, and I just
oh my God,
lost all respect for the guy.
The past couple weeks, all he would say is, you got life fucked up. Sure. Whatever. That's all he could fucking say.
Yeah.
Or he would copy what I said.
So do you think they're going to take his picture off of the Midwest Legends group?
I would like them. I mean, because come on, dude. I am the furthest thing from a professional fighter. The furthest fucking thing. All right. I'm not asking to be put on that fucking Mount Rushmore of fighters, but by God, fucking Ron Imhoff shouldn't be. If anything, I would like to suggest maybe you put Al Mooseman.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what he's done. He's trained me enough so much that Ron's afraid to even come anywhere near me. And speaking of that, I see that supposedly he's going to fight on August 24th, Thomas Whitehead, or something like that.
Yeah, I heard about that. Supposedly.
I don't know this Thomas guy. He's got me blocked for some strange reason. I don't know what the hell I did to him, but he's got me blocked. My cousin Nick has been filling me in on what he says and everything, but unfortunately, I thought I was able to go, but I guess we can get into next contenders after a bit if you want to continue on with the Ron shit. I just honestly, as far as I'm concerned, Ron Imhoff has proven exactly what I said he was. And that's it.
Yeah.
There's no argument to that anymore. Everything I've said about Ron, I've brought in document, not maybe for proof. Every little thing that I've made about Ron, I have tried for proof.
Yeah, he's proven to me and to everybody else on the page. Well, I personally feel that he's afraid to fight because he talks a big game. It's like when I interviewed him, he told me he would fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. He's not afraid of no man on the face of the earth. But it has been proven time and time again since we've been doing these interviews that, and from what I've read on the page and from what I've seen in his videos, he, like you said earlier, he just said a bunch of stuff like, oh, you guys got the life fucked up, you got the story straight. That's nothing but lies. I don't play that gay stuff, this, that, and the other thing. But if someone was saying that about me, I'd be like, all right, yeah, let's fight. Come on, let's bring it. If I, and
hypothetically speaking, fucking Mike Tyson comes up to me and calls me a fucking faggot or says something about my kid or anything like that. Do I know I'm gonna get my ass beat? You're fucking right. I know I'm probably gonna get my ass beat. Do I fight him anyway to defend my honor? You're damn right. I fucking go down in blaze of fucking glory. Yeah,
you might get a couple in too.
Yeah, you might get lucky. Who knows? But you know what? It doesn't. It takes a man to get his ass whooped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would rather be the guy that got his ass and showed up and fought than be the guy that pussied out and then made excuses. Because the man that got his ass whooped was a fucking man. He stood there and fought. Every guy that I've ever gotten in a fight with, whether he whipped my ass or I whipped his, I picked him up and more than likely we're at a bar and I buy him a beer or vice versa.
Yeah.
Because I respect you because you fucking stood up.
Yeah, and that's the way that
it should be. I have no respect for Ron.
No, I don't either, and I've lost all respect for him as a person, as a man, as a fighter, and there's just nothing that he can do that could redeem himself. I personally don't think Now, if he asks you for a rematch, would you honor it, or would you just be like,
okay, here's where this is going with the rematch. All right, there's a couple things got to happen first. Number one, he's going to have to fight Thomas Whitehead.
Yeah.
I apologize if I mispronounced the last name, but yeah, that Thomas guy, and win. Number two, because obviously he has an issue with showing up, I would request, and some people have offered to pay it, at least a $500 retainer.
Right.
Then he can have his rematch. But if he doesn't fight Thomas, if he loses to Thomas, rematch is off.
Yeah.
It's over. And he gets back and he's back in the fucking line.
And don't you think that Ron Imhoff should be excommunicated from the Midwest Legends page?
I said that on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I said that on Tuesday that he needed to be removed, banned, and everything like that. I made a video after the fight that kind of was a little bit controversial, and I really do not mean any ill harm. As you're aware, I have a page. You're a part of it and everything like that.
You want to talk about that page?
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to talk about that page.
So talk about the page. Tell everyone what it is and what it's about and everything.
Well, God, we are... I'm terrible at the name. What's our name? Fighters
of the world. Damn it!
Legends of fighting or something like that. Yeah.
You know what? I got a freaking. I'm bad at names. Fighting Legends of the World.
There you go. Fighting Legends of the World. It's a group of five of us. I'm not going to release the other three names without their permission. But me and you, Glenn, are on it as owners that we're actually looking to start up real fights around the Midwest or around the country, everything like that. And Midwest and the West Coast are hotbeds for real fighting. Iowa in particular has very loose licensing laws in regards to shoot-style fighting. I've been in contact with a couple pro wrestling, independent pro wrestling organizations that are prominent in the Quad Cities area, working out actual facilities and partnerships with them. And we're in the process of trying to get fighters and get real fights going. And I do not want this to go as a direct competition to Midwest Legends. Like I said, I love Midwest Legends. I've been a part of Midwest Legends almost from the inception. And I do not want this to be taken as a direct threat to them. I just want what everyone else wants from Midwest Legends, and that is real fights.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to achieve.
And for those of you listening that you want to come and join the page, you have to get permission to be approved, but it is go to Facebook, Fighting Legends of the World, and you will see a picture of a fighter facing the cage with his arms outstretched, and that's our page.
Yep. We're actually in talks of doing, now this is, once again, shoot style. You remember the original UFC K1? There was no weight,
right.
There was no weight class.
Right.
No weight class whatsoever. That's what we're looking at doing. We're actually looking to set up a championship tournament, like a 16-man, 2-night tournament. And there will be prize money. We are working on the actual money-wise, but everyone, whether you lose in the first round or win the championship, will win money.
That's good.
And, but yeah, that is what's going on. But also, getting back to the original question, I think certain owners of Midwest Legends cannot and will not let go of Ron because they see them as a prize.
And that is terrible. Now, is there any, before we bring Momo on, is there anything else that you would like to say about the page or anything else before we bring Momo on?
The only thing I like to say is that I'm trying to figure out who the next number one contender is. Because obviously, the thing that's weighing hard on me is that Corey Hall, who's been banned, unfortunately, for, I think he's got another week or two left in his Facebook ban. He's been screwed over multiple times, and my heart is telling me that I need to give Corey Hall the shot at the title, but my mind is like, man, that's my brother.
Right.
That's my friend. And, so that's something that's playing on my mind, and I don't know, this Thomas Whitehead, honestly, I was talking with some of the guys, is this, Thomas Whitehead wins against Ron, he will then have to face Corey Hall for the number one contenders. If Ron wins, go straight to me, if he'll fight me.
Yeah, if, big word, if. And
my goal is, and this is my goal, everyone listen, I know no one wants to see a big, fat, old champion. I think that's stupid as fuck as well, all right? But I want to have one fight, and then I'll retire. Then it can go to anyone. I don't care. Just let me have that one fight.
There you have it. Now, hey, do you want to be on the phone with Momo, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I love Momo. I hear Momo is a big fan of mine, I've heard, and I would love to talk to Momo.
All right, hold on 1 second. Let me add him. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
All right.
Hello?
Momo, hold on 1 second. Okay, we've got Momo on the line. What's up, Momo?
Shit. Hello, everybody. This is Momo. Momo here. I can see you sold, and I'm good to jump for the max. Holy shit.
So, hey.
Momo, I'm a big fan, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've been traveling the world, eating all these kids and eating all these souls. I'm trying to keep my, my girlish figure going on, and this Ron Imhoff, I just can't wait to get a hold of him in Miami.
Yeah, I like your videos too, man. They make me, they make my day.
Oh, thank you.
So,
I tried really hard on him.
So, what is this? What is your beef with Ron Imhoff?
Honestly, it started because Ron Imhoff called me out over the winter. He was making videos saying he was going to hunt me down, make it a personal goal to come after me. And I don't even know this man. And he's telling me that he's going to protect children, and I don't even know what he was talking about, but he was threatening me, and it wasn't just a fluke. It was many videos he was making. And finally, I just said, you know what? I'm Momo. I think it's time to whip some ass. And so I decided to come after him. Now all of a sudden he's scared. That's funny that he's protecting children when, he's a chomo himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just the story he likes telling people. I don't understand it myself, but I just want to eat that soul, even though it might be pretty shitty. But hey, that's what I do. I'm supernatural.
So, what do you think? What do you think about this so-called? He was supposed to do a tour 3 weeks ago, almost a month ago, to go to San Diego, and then another one to Seattle, and now all of a sudden he's going to Miami, Florida, with his gear. And what do you think about that?
I personally think he's full of shit. I think that whatever happened, I think that Justin Bieber fella and that Skeeter don't care about him, and he's just trying to tell everyone that it's still on because he doesn't want to be laughing stock.
Yeah,
that's what I believe.
Yeah, Ron claims to be famous and all this kind of stuff, and I know a lot of people in the MMA world, whether they fight for King of the Cage, Bellator, UFC, Gladiator Challenge, whatever. Everyone I've talked to old school fighters. We're talking guys that are like now 45, 50 years old. And I asked them, do you know or have you ever heard of Ron Imhoff? Ron the Marine Imhoff, Ron the Tank Imhoff, Ron the Bad Boy Imhoff, any whatever euphemism you want to use in between his first and last name. And not one of them said, Yeah, I know him. And again, Kent Shamrock, I asked, do you know this guy? Have you trained with him? He goes, I have no idea who this guy is. And I said, well, he claims that he's taught you everything that you know after he got done laughing. And nobody knows who Ron Imhoff is.
Well, I think if I remember right, there was that Tim fella that was on the phone with you. And maybe they just don't know him as Ron. Maybe they think of him as that Ronella girl.
Oh, Tim, yeah.
Oh, yes, Ronella. I forgot about that.
Maybe that's the confusion right there.
That might be the confusion. I did not even think of to ask that about Ronella.
You see, Momo is in a different world. He has access to different dimensions, and he can see this stuff.
Yeah.
He can try to put it together.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because, you know, even if it was Ronella, he was 150 in BKB. Well, now he's 150 and 1, and I'm the one behind the one.
That is very true. And after this, he'd be 150 and 2, and without a soul.
So, what is your belt going to look like, John?
My belt, it's in the process of being made. Unfortunately, I thought I'd have it sooner, but it's going to have the Midwest region on the center plate. It's going to be black and golden, kind of typical. But unlike Ron's that were made, I have confirmed kills on mine, and mine lists all of Ron's fake names. And the first one is Ron Imhoff, then you got the Marine of Steel, the Man of Steel, the Bad Boy, the Tank, you know, just all his little euphemism, fake names, Imhoff, and everything, all this other bullshit as confirmed kills. And it's a beautiful belt. I truly, truly can't wait to show you guys once it comes in.
Yeah, Imhoff.
Why does Ron change names every 2 months?
Yeah.
I mean, for the longest time he was MOS, the Marine of Steel, and then finally someone called the Department of Navy, and I believe they contacted them. Contacted him and set that up, and threatened some pretty stiff penalties, obviously, for false valor.
Yeah, Momo don't like false valor. Stolen valor is so good by Momo. Again, how are we so...
I mean, I'm questioning how you're going to be able to, you know, tolerate swallowing that soul, because it is nasty, it is dirty, it's bad.
You know, I've been thinking about that myself. It's just, I don't know. You know, maybe I'll just swallow some vinegar and run it down with some vodka afterwards. But you're right,
definitely need some pepper.
I might throw it up.
Might want to keep that EpiPack ready, you know, just in case, you know, you start getting very nauseously ill, you know.
Yeah. Momo has a pretty good immune system, but you're right, I'm off. That's like a plague.
Yeah, his blood flows with meth, man. I mean, you can tell by the way his teeth looks and the way he
My God,
looks.
what the fuck is with the... He says he got that $25,000 from Bieber. First thing I would have fucking done was go on to a fucking dentist, get my teeth pulled, and get some dentures.
Absolutely.
Actually, that's a question I need to ask. If he claims he got this check from Bieber already, why did he go to Miami to do it again with his gear? Did they give him an advance, or is he just lying to us?
I don't think that his gear sold is going to sell for anything because, like I said before, I am a collector of sports memorabilia from every sport, and I've got all kinds of sports memorabilia. Some of it that's worth little, and some of it that's worth a lot. And I've looked up George St. Pierre's stuff. I've looked up Conor McGregor's stuff. I've looked up Ronda Rousey's stuff. I've looked up, you know, some of the top fighters that have fought in the UFC, and none of them have come close to any of that. That he's claiming that he's
like
getting.
I told you, Glenn, I ran up the price on eBay. You did say even
that.
Even if I would have fucking won that auction, you think I would have paid that?
No.
Come on.
Well, isn't it an illegal binding contract? But then again, Ham's probably not too smart about that one, is he?
No, he's... I mean, seriously, I think my third-grade son could beat him in the Battle of the Wits. Hands down.
Yeah. I mean, you can go, for $100, you can go to fansedge.com and get a signed Conor McGregor picture. You can get, for $119, you can get an Ireland, I can't even speak, Ireland flag signed by Conor McGregor for $119. Gloves.
My buddy got a fight, like an actual worn glove on an auction that Ronda Rousey beat Misha Tate with, the actual glove, autographs, and got the COA and everything like that for $600.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got like authentic Rafael dos Anjos, Ultimate Fighting Championship autograph glove, $80. So for Ron to claim these new items that he has that are going for all this money, he's a nobody. I'm just calling it as it is. I'm not calling it because I'm bitter. I'm calling because it's absolute fact. Because the internet that tells me who Rom Einhoff is, I cannot find anywhere where it says 150-1. I see it 1 in 10. I see 1 in 20. I see all these losses, but I have not seen 150-1.
Oh, it's like I said, the main fight, the last fight that he won was a fucking kickboxing fight with Nick Longoria that Nick Longoria was paid to lose. And it was kickboxing, so it wouldn't affect Nick Longoria's MMA record.
Oh, that's shameful. I have another question to ask. Ron was living in Old Wine, Iowa for so long, and now all of a sudden he's in Moline, Illinois. Why the sudden change? Why is it so secretive about it?
Because he probably owes his meth dealer money, and he's after him.
I heard, and this is just a rumor that I've heard, a couple different things. Number one, he's afraid of me. No. Honestly, what I heard was that this dumb fuck actually thought he was getting the money. And he fucked over his landlord in Owine. And then the money didn't come in, and he had no other choice but to move with family. That's what I heard.
And that sounds about right, but then he made that video calling everyone out, telling everyone he was going to be in Miami. And where was he at? He was at the Social Security office.
In Rock Island, Illinois.
In Rock Island, Illinois.
And that also backs up my point of me saying that Ron was in Moline on Tuesday.
And he's still stealing money from Ryan.
Yep.
Poor Nina. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if this guy legitimately was wiped off the face of the earth, I think this woman could do better.
So he's a predator then. He's a predator preying on innocent women, taking their Social Security checks.
Ron ain't fucking working. That roofing that he does a half-ass job on it. And obviously he's not proficient enough where he's, getting tons of work. Come on, look at him. He looks like a fucking bum. He wears the same fucking clothes for days on end. Fucking, if that guy came to your house and said, I'm going to do your roof, and then smiled or does that weird fucking thing where he rubs his face and opens his mouth like that, do you really think you'd want him at your house working on your fucking roof?
Oh, he's there to steal money to get some meth.
Yeah, exactly. Motherfucker needs to take a shower, needs to fucking go to Walmart, buy a couple new shirts and pants or whatnot, and fucking get some dentures. Good God, we all know that he's on state aid and insurance, or on Medicaid or Medicare, whatever the fuck it is. He can get fucking dentures. He needs to. Maybe he's afraid of getting his teeth pulled. I mean, good God, maybe, he is afraid of pain after all.
Yeah, I mean, he's a classic meth head. I mean, you can tell by the way he talks, the way he looks, the way, everything about him.
Then he posts in the middle of the night when everyone else is fucking going to sleep for work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very true.
So what do you
sometimes
What do you think it would take to get him off of Midwest Legends?
He swallowed his soul.
Yeah? I think you need to...
Maybe a video of Alan Mooseman going to see Nina and we go live.
Dude, I told you, Nina loves the anal. Al loves giving Nina the anal. Alright, I told you about the anal beads, didn't I, Glenn? I told you about that for a while ago.
It's been a while. The anal beads has been a while.
I don't understand. Does Ron swing both ways? I don't understand how he gets a girl like Nina when he's out licking guys' asses and doing all this bullshit. and yet she still keeps him around. Why? All she's doing is supporting him. She's supporting him.
Okay, maybe it's like, what is it called? The Stockholm Syndrome?
Yeah, Stockholm Syndrome.
Where he's beating her down, mentally so much that she thinks that she doesn't deserve anyone better than him, or anyone else than him.
Yeah, Stockholm Syndrome, by definition, is a condition which causes hostages to develop a psychological alliance with their captors during captivity. So
that sums it up.
So he's got her under some kind of trance of some sort.
Everyone interested. Nina Livingston on Facebook. Message her and tell her to break away from Ron and go see Al. Everyone, do it.
Nina?
Al would treat her right. Al loves Nina.
He will give her that frothy look every night. Ooh.
At least Al has his teeth. Or at least they could be fake, but at least he has something.
And now also, and if Ron gets smart about it, or wants to get nippy with him, he'll just get tapped out again by him.
Oh, I know. Okay, Momo, you cross through all sorts of dimensions, so you could actually look at that. Was it Ron that tapped?
Oh, it was Ron Armhoff, all right. Not only did it happen once, it happened twice. They had a rematch afterwards because Ron stayed split.
Not only did he tap, but he tapped quick.
Because he's a pussy.
Yeah.
Okay, Momo, can you, read minds or thoughts or anything like that?
Oh, sometimes I can. It depends if I'm, in the mood, and depends on the soul I've eaten. I get weak if I don't have a lot of souls.
Oh, my question is, did he drive by, or was he ever going to attempt to fight me?
No, he wasn't going to attempt, but I can tell you, what was the person's name who was driving? Something South.
The Wanksta?
His last name is South, and I can't remember. Anthony South, I believe it was.
I think so.
He was the one who drove by, and there was no Imhoff in the car. There was no police. So, it was a lie. He was hiding in the basement of someone's house in Rock Island. It's not even a boy.
Oh, okay. So what is your predictions on this Ron Imhoff and Thomas Whitehead, or whatever? I apologize if I'm getting the last name wrong. That fight.
I think it actually might happen. The problem is once I say this, it probably won't happen no more, but I'm going to be there, and I'm going to swallow some soul if Ron doesn't show up in Miami. So, that being said, he probably won't show up now, but if I don't show up, I think it actually will happen, and I think Ron's going to get stomped to the ground. I think this Thomas guy's going to own him.
Well, I've seen Ron's fight videos, I've seen his training videos, and first off, his training videos suck.
Oh my God. Did you see that one where he's squatting 60 pounds and he's acting like, oh!
Look, he trained. In one of his videos, he's training to the village people, for God's sake.
Yeah.
In the Navy? What is up with that?
Yeah, and then he's punching a refrigerator. Yeah, refrigerators don't hit back.
The one where he's shadowboxing to the fucking Rocky song?
Yeah, it's absolutely comical. I think he thinks he's a fighter, and but I mean, to see him in an actual fight, I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it.
I don't see it either, man. I went as far as going to him, Glenn. I did everything possible. I offered him money to come. Even if he got his ass beat, I was going to pay him.
Yeah.
I was going to pay him to whip my ass. I mean, I'm very gracious that I'm considered the Midwest Legends champion. That's awesome. That's great for me. But that wasn't my main intention.
I actually got a question about that, John, because, me and you were pretty tight, I feel. And Corey Hall is pretty good, too. Who should I fight? Because all I'm thinking about is the Scott Blevins guy that Ron swears that I'm Scott, and I don't understand any of that. So maybe I
Okay. Scott Blevins is a fucking showboat, for one thing. All right. Now that guy legitimately got arrested for touching. I think it was a little girl or a little boy. I don't know the exact. I'd have to look at the fucking article again. That guy's a legitimate showboat. That guy has legitimate mental issues. He thinks that the roadie or music agent for Alan Jackson and fucking Neil McCoy.
Didn't he just get a job in Indiana somewhere for Honda Transmissions?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, if anything, I would fucking straight up call out. You know what? In fact, after this radio show, I'm going to call out Scott Blevins because that just boils my blood. Scott Blevins, you want to fucking fight? Let's fight. The first night for my promotion, I'll put the title on the line.
Wow.
Is it going to be a purse or just the title?
I'll put up. Yeah, I am this confident. $2,000.
$2,000.
John, can I walk out to the cage with you?
Oh, by all means, you could be my quarterman. You and Al. You'd have to, share it with Al. But
Al's too experienced, but I would definitely be able to help out.
Oh, I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. So yeah, you count on it, guys. My first title defense. I got 2 fights in me. I want Blevins. And I want either Ron. I really don't want to have to fight Corey Hall. I really, really don't want to have to fight Corey Hall. It's not that I'm scared of him, but he's my brother. But I also, in the same breath, deserves a shot.
Yeah.
And, we'll cross that bridge if need be. But right now, I'm not worried about Ron. Ron's got fucking Thomas. He's got Momo to worry about. He doesn't need to be even thinking about my championship. I want Blevins.
Yeah, fuck Blevins. Fuck Chomo. I hate them too. Everyone blames me, tells me I'm after kids and all this stuff. That's not right. I'm not. I love children. I don't like child molesters and comos like that.
Yeah, it goes back to the whole. Remember the original Nightmare on Elm Street? Freddy was a child killer. That's way more respectable than a child molester that they made out. Well, Freddy's a hero of mine. He's been a hero of mine for years. I love Freddy.
Just a little misunderstood, but
yeah,
he's a good guy.
Absolutely. But no, if there's anyone that can get a hold of fucking Scott Blevins for me, please do, because that motherfucker's got me fucking on black. He's too afraid of me. He's been afraid of me. Get a hold of Scott Blevins. Tell him it's a shot at the belt.
All right, I'll try and get a hold of him for you. What's his do you know what his Facebook picture looks like? Ah, there it is, right there. Bipolar rock and roller.
Yeah, the bipolar rock and roller.
Probably a soda shop thing with like some movie star.
Yeah. Or Neil McCoy. I mean, what the fuck? Neil McCoy had one hit song back in '94. I don't know why the fuck he'd be boasting about that shit.
So he wants to fight you, or you want to fight him?
Oh, I want him.
All right.
Because I ain't dealing with no fucking chomo.
All right. I'll get a hold of him tonight after the show, actually.
Yeah. I'll fucking have a video later on this evening posted about good old Scott Blevins. And Ron, I know you're listening. You do not need to be worried about this belt. This belt is safe and sound where it's at. It's not going anywhere, and you're not coming near it anytime soon. So focus on the other guys.
Guys, gals, dogs, or cats, or whatever he wants to fight. I don't think he fights anything. I don't think he fights anybody. I don't think he's a fighter. I don't think he's got any fight left in him except for his next fix. That's his fight in life, is for his next fix of heroin or meth or whatever it is he takes on a daily basis. And again, I've lost all respect for Ron Imhoff. I think he's a freaking pussy. I think he's a dick. I think he's an asshole. I think he's
I think a lot of people on Midwest Legends feel the same way.
Yeah.
Okay. And once again, I'm just going to say it again. Isn't it ironic that all these motherfuckers turn on Ron? And let me tell you, when I first started my crusade against Ron, a lot of these motherfuckers were anti-me, talking shit about me. But now all of a sudden, it's A-okay and cool to go after Ron because I took care of him. Just saying.
Yeah.
It's a very bad point.
Yeah, they might want to go after him, but I mean, I hope somebody gets a hold of him because, you know, it's really pissing me off how he's ducking everybody and everything, but yet he keeps getting all this recognition on Midwest. He's not a legend. He might be a legend in the drug world. He might be a legend in that kind of atmosphere, but he's not a legend in the fight world. Not in my book.
Well, someone needs to talk to Alex Rosman then.
Yeah, I think I might do that tonight after the show, too. But, all right, fellas. Well, I got to wrap things up here on the show. It's great talking to you, and we'll see what we can do on the next one, and we'll talk at you later.
All right. Thanks for having me, Glenn.
All right, talk to you later. Bye, Momo.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Sports Insider. My name is Glenn Spillman. I really appreciate everybody listening on to the show. We are on every single Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern on Armed Radio across the nation and across the world. Hope everyone has a good Friday night. Hope everyone has a good weekend. Be kind to each other. Make somebody smile. Drink a good beer and have a smile on your face. Peace out.
Get up, come on, get down with the city.